First to the floor, instant reaction, Ben Vallis, Wayne Spooney, Jake Eisenberg, Sam LaFrance. Keeping an eye on Twitter for the injury updates. But guys, we all saw it. I think we know what's going on there. At this moment in time, the series, the playoffs, the title repeat, none of these things matter to me right now. Let's just open it up there. How you guys doing?
Pretty bad. Shout out RJ, super chat. Wishing JT a full and speedy recovery. C's are down but not out. Play their best in game 5 with whoever suits up. Appreciate you, RJ. I'm just going to be banning Knicks fans. Not in the mood today. Yeah. See ya.
I think that's fair. Not the time. It is really not the time.
And that's obviously a great basketball game. And losing the game would have sucked in its own way, obviously. And you get a Tatum masterclass back against the wall. And really, he carried this team. He did. At least this is the lasting impression in a way. We got peak version of Tatum here. He guarded every position, was a monster on both ends, was driving the offense, gave you 42 on good efficiency, for all the fucking efficiency brainwashed pieces of shit out there. And he probably tears his Achilles on a Jaylen Brown turnover. Feels kind of poetic in a very, very, very sad way.
Yeah, it feels almost strange talking about the game because Tatum's injury is going to have long-term effects. I mean, into probably a season, 2 seasons from now. It might fundamentally change sort of the trajectory of this team. So that is obviously to me the big news, and the much sadder news then that we went 3-1 down, and credit to the Knicks, man. They just made a ton of tough shots. And they generated good looks too. I don't want to say oh, they got lucky. I mean, they hit a lot of contested twos and we just had no answer. And when they missed, we couldn't get a rebound, which is not an effective strategy to slow a team down. So it was a great, fun game. Also frustrating from a C's point of view, with the world's worst cherry on top.
Yeah, I've had better days. Man, Spoonie, you pretty much nailed it on the head. Just an absolute shit kicking of a second half, and then you have to sit with that. I would feel the same way I do, regardless of the injury. But them losing that game sucks as is. But then you get
you
that.
Feel the same. You'd feel the same either way.
I would feel better, but I'd still feel pretty awful.
Yeah.
Shout out APB7721. I don't know if you guys got to this already. I'm 1,000 yards staring.
Up there, but look,
beer fund. It might have to be liquor fund. I think something stronger than beer.
Tune into late night. Shout out Ali Wang. I'm gonna probably crack open some beveraginos. Yeah, man, it's been a pretty awesome Celtics run since Jayson Tatum got to Boston. That's been a pretty great time since Jaylen Brown got to Boston as well. Appreciate you, Ali. But they dug them as far as the series goes, they dug themselves that 2-game hole, and the Knicks played better than you for the first time in the series for an actual extended stretch here. And it should have been 2-2 now, or it should have been 3-1 now. And it is now 3-1 in the opposite direction. And Jayson Tatum probably just tore his Achilles. It'd be so great if this podcast is no longer needed. And we can delete it because he didn't tear his Achilles. But seeing Tatum on the wheelchair crying, not going to be Paul piercing this one, I don't think. Hopefully he shit his pants. That'd be great.
I think I've shat my pants, if that makes you feel any better.
We should actually all just shit our pants.
Too late.
Yeah, right, beat you. Yeah, man, this is why all through that 2024 run, I feel like 3 of us especially were cherish this. This shit doesn't just come around every year. We're lucky, we're always competitive, but we may never win another one. And shit like this can happen,
exactly, dude.
Regardless of the injury, we probably weren't going to win this series, but I like, dude, this is like a fundamentally alters the team in a like a way that I'm not really ready to talk about yet, frankly.
Yeah.
But that's why those championship seasons are so incredibly special, because they're rare, man. Like we had seen one in our entire lifetimes before last year. So I will be going to bed thinking of 2024 and being happy that we got that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be Googling recent advancements in Achilles procedures and recovery timelines.
Achilles donation.
I'm just going to lock in on the new recovery timeline, I think, is just where you have to apply yourself somewhere in these moments. And it's amazing how quickly we're pulled or plucked out of the present playoff challenge and immediately eyes on Jayson Tatum's future. And like, he was having an insane masterclass of a game. We were getting the Tatum game, and you could see it, maybe not in the last couple of minutes there prior to the injury, but you were just thinking, if we can just be in a position for Tatum to win us the game. He was having such a game that it could go down that way. Let's just get this comment out of the way. Obviously appreciate the super chat. Somewhat hesitant with the negative energy. Question for the panel: who turned the ball over that JT then had to try and chase down? It was the same person who was turning the fucking ball over all game, unfortunately. We all know who it is.
Game 7 Miami vibes.
Yeah.
Tatum gets injured, much worse this time, and Jaylen Brown's just shitting all over the court from start to finish, really. And if Jaylen Brown was playing up to his standards, and to be fair to Jaylen, he's given the Celtics a lot of big moments, and he was a huge reason they won the title last year. And he's been awesome for the Celtics, and he's been fighting through this knee injury. So I'm not going to be shitting on Jaylen Brown. But he sucked tonight. And I'm sure he'd be the first one to admit it. And if he plays up to his standard, then the Celtics are probably up by 20 and this doesn't happen and they win the game. But I'm not going to be kicking Jaylen Brown on the way out the door if that's what we end up deciding. It might make a lot of sense to trade Jaylen Brown. And we're going to have a lot of time to discuss it. We can hit it on it a little bit right now if we really want to. But I love Jaylen Brown. And he's not a perfect player. He probably shouldn't be on a Supermax contract, but he brought a title to Boston and has given the Celtics everything as a player, worked on his weaknesses. He's become a player that he should never have become, according to scouting reports, and who he was as a prospect and who he was as a player early in his career. So I will not be shitting on Jaylen Brown, the player and the person on the way out.
Amen, dude. Rough night for JB, but... You know, if we're having to get to this point where we're mourning the entire roster, Spoonie and Sam, then you got to celebrate the JB experience overall for sure.
Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
I mean, I don't know if this necessarily is the end. If they want to commit fully to tanking next year, which truthfully might not be the worst thing ever.
This is their chance.
Is there anything worse than sitting here in May talking about tanking next year? Maybe not. Like, just being like, what if they... What if they're just the worst team ever and we're all in agreement? We're like, yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I think it's natural when something catastrophic like that happens to essentially be like, well, what's next? Because essentially you've taken be a championship contender off the table next year, right? And we're all kind of dealing with those emotions right now.
Holy shit.
And so like the logical NBA sort of zeitgeist is if you're not a championship contender, what do? You tank. And it could be Duncan and Robinson all over again. That's what they did, man.
Yeah.
Robinson got hurt for one season. They were terrible. They got Duncan and they had a dynasty. So that's how I'm choosing to look at the tanking conversation.
And it's like when Steph got injured and they got the second overall pick in the draft and they drafted James Wiseman instead of LaMelo Ball or Tyrese Halliburton or whoever, or Kuminga over Franz Wagner. You got to nail that pick. But it's like, you know, salary cap wise, like this is your chance to get under the apron and reset everything. You got a lot of your picks back. Like you don't own your 28 and 29 picks. So those are the years that you want to be good again. This is the time to, I've got it right here. You own 26 and you own 27. And then you don't own 28 and 29. The next 2 years you have your own picks. Get excited, man. We're going to find out if Jordan Walsh is any good.
Hell yeah.
Get ready to watch Jordan Walsh, buddy.
Hey, just a second. Ecom Joe. Your franchise is a joke. You will never win anything. That was the biggest game franchise has had in 25 fucking years. And if I can figure out how to block you,
Who won
I
in
will.
2024? Wait. When's the last Knicks championship? When's the last Celtics one?
We're not gonna do this, are we? Like, come on,
Go
Knicks fans.
fuck
If
the
you-
Knicks
yeah.
fans. Go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, I mean, what if you're in here pissing on our
They are
team,
the
I
worst
get it.
people on the planet. I wish I had more energy to battle with you, Jake.
Pieces of shit. Your city, most overrated city in the world. Smells like shit, and it's a terrible, terrible place to be and live. I've been there multiple times, and it sucks balls.
I think I agree. It is a bit of a
I
toilet.
can't believe that little shit that went up to Brad Stevens is gonna get away with it. The kid that did you guys see
Yeah.
that? He just went up to him and was like Nixon 5. Brad should have like wrung his neck. Would have been awesome.
We could
Killed
get a
them.
vibes win back in Boston. Sans Jayson Tatum. It could happen. We could get the Derek game. Who knows?
I don't even know if I want
where
them
do
to
we go
win in
from here?
Game 5. Because then I'll get my hopes up
I
just a
do.
little bit.
Yeah. I want
No,
to win.
because now it's house money. Oh fuck. Well, I mean the house just put some really.
We're all
painful
homeless.
stuff.
House insurance money. Yeah.
I say, yeah, like the house just put some stuff deep inside your offices, all of them, sharp stuff inside every hole. But they can't make it worse now. We may as well, Sam. We need the Knicks to lose to the Pacers, right? So can
Oh,
the
yeah,
Celtics,
absolutely.
So can the Celtics force a Game 7, and make
Maybe
them
just
more
put-
tired?
Torrey Craig in there and just let him go nuts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who plays adjustments? Game 5, Baylor Schreiman.
I'm ready.
Why not?
Sam Hauser back from the ankle injury.
Yeah, the injury gods, they won't give us nothing, right?
Yeah.
Take one
Yeah,
ankle,
this
give us another
series
one
goes
back.
different. Oh, sorry, Ben.
No, I wasn't saying anything of use or value. Please
Did
go ahead.
yeah, question for the panel. Did anyone play well other than Tatum tonight? I mean, I guess Derek for the first half.
Oh, Derek started hot, but he just got abused
Mm-hmm.
over and over and over again defensively. It's brutal.
First half, there were murmurings of, "Oh, KP, look at a little." I mean, ultimately, he got cooked over and over again defensively, but there were moments of uprising for KP where it looked like he's sort of very gradually on the way back. Not that it's going to be relevant for the Boston Celtics anymore, unfortunately, long term. But yeah, there were moments for KP that looked all right, I thought.
Oh man, this is as far as the game goes, dude. Like they just, I don't know if they ran out of gas in that second half defensively, or the Knicks just got comfortable, but like they just couldn't get stops. And it is what it is. Ecom Joe, dude. What a dumb fucking name.
Fake contenders. We won last year with the same team.
Yeah.
Jake getting furious is actually making me feel better.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for, man. As a Knicks fan, F anybody celebrate. Yeah, there we go. Enrique Javier, honorable.
Thank you,
Dude,
Enrique.
some of these people have actually been pretty good. Like they've been coming in our comments, like they've been pretty nice, honorable.
Yeah.
They all just slither out at night, I guess, huh? Like they just come out the sewers to come into the floor chat.
They've been okay for the most part, I would say so far. But today I'm not in the mood for even a little bit, which is fair. Like I got a message from Tony Pester from the Cavs, and he just basically condolences. And it's like, man, I wish we had just embarrassed ourselves on the basketball court as opposed to losing Mobley. I mean, you almost can't even compare Mobley and Mitchell. It's like we just lost a top 5 player for 2 years, and there's no guarantee, man, that he gets back to who he was. There's no guarantee. The good news is if you want to tear your Achilles, is doing it at this age, but we just lost 2 years of his prime, or a year of his
He's
prime.
29 when he comes back.
Yeah.
Ugh, that almost just made me puke.
Yeah.
No update from Missoula on Tatum. The MRI is happening tomorrow, per John Corrales.
They can do the test basically
Yeah.
in the back. Brian Suter uploaded a video, which is usually bad.
I mean, we've seen it 1,000 times before, right? Like, we know what it looks like.
Look, look, laughter is the best medicine, man. If you're not going to laugh, you're going to cry. So get ready to learn point forward, Jordan Walsh, because we're about to win 19 games.
I love this person that chat's soaking these tears. Nobody on the screen is mad about the game. We're mad that he got hurt. This is devastating. The guy's going to be... He probably tore his Achilles.
Hey, Aaron Freeman, you're a bitch and you're gone.
Yeah, the Knicks were great. The Knicks were awesome. We could not stop
really
them.
good.
Yeah, I mean, total credit to the
This
Knicks.
is the best game they played by far. Played an awesome game.
Yeah, it was infuriating because we were right there for so long, and we're up by 14. Another, double-digit lead, albeit less than 20, pissed away again in this series. But energy or lack thereof was clearly a factor down the stretch. Unfortunately for Boston, and now we keep going back to the fact that we just have much bigger problems now. Unfortunately,
Yeah, the game sucked, and like, is this like you fuck around, you find out? It's like, I think that the response from the basketball gods was probably a little overzealous. If their punishment for blowing 2 20-point leads was not just going down 3-1, but losing your star player, who's already a lock for the Hall of Fame for 2 years inside of his prime. But we won a title, bro. Won a title.
Yeah.
Yep.
Won a title.
That makes it all better. I just
fuck.
think like this is why like tonight is just like why we needed KP for this run, like a healthy, fully charged KP, because like basketball is a young man's game, and like asking Al to do what he did last year in the playoffs again is just way too much. And like I don't know how many years we got left to Al Horford either, and that like really
I think that's probably it.
the construction
5
of
to
this
7.
team. Yeah,
Probably.
yeah.
Well,
till the end.
Maybe
of the
stretch it to
decade.
10.
Holy shit, dude. I mean, yeah, if Horford's still good to go at age 42, then maybe, Suter says likely ACL tear, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I cannot believe that happened with 2 minutes to go, dude.
Feels Derrick Rose. Not really, but it feels like a little bit like that because the game felt decided at that. That was the moment, even before we knew he was hurt. We were like, fuck it, it's over.
Yeah. Like, he took a pull-up 3 with 3:47 to go. And what's terrible, I think, is that Tatum is going to get credited for that turnover, according to the play-by-play.
That's terrible. That's such a cruel joke, man.
Oh, my God. Jaylen's going to get away. I swear, Jaylen always has less turnovers than he actually had. Because he had 4 and 5 fouls. He didn't get attributed with that last one, and he got away with the turnover that was a foul on Josh Hart.
Yeah.
Like
He just
Jaylen's
never
not-
looked settled tonight, Jaylen. That was like spaz Jaylen. He just can't keep his dribble together, just making questionable decisions. But whatever, man.
Quick,
I don't know.
Blink test. Should they trade Jaylen Brown if it's like it makes sense? It's like if they can get a good picks package back and or something like that. So you retool around Tatum in 2 years from now.
I don't really know. Like, I don't know what a Jaylen package
That's how the
looks
blink
like.
test works, Sam.
How many
It's not,
times
I
are we
don't
meant
know.
to blink? How does this work? Blink twice?
Go ahead, Sam. I'm just fucking with you.
Baby, the bad blink test. I just, it feels unfair to have Jaylen be traded. Are you getting? I don't know. I don't know what it looks like. It depends what the team is. The thing about trading Jaylen for a picks package is you can talk me into Jaylen isn't the kind of guy that gives them the utility to make those picks worthless to you. You know what I mean?
I was just thinking that.
He doesn't change someone's life.
Well, I was also thinking, can you still get the number 1 overall pick if you trade away Horford and Horford leaves, Drew and KP you trade, and it's just Jaylen? Do you still end up with the 6th best lottery odds?
Probably. My concern is he's had a lot of injuries over his career, and he is a guy that relies a lot on his athleticism for who he is as a basketball player. And he's going to be 31 by the time Tatum's back fully healthy, 30 at least. I think if the trade makes sense, I would be willing to trade anyone if the trade makes sense, essentially, right? I would trade Tatum if the trade made sense. I just don't think there's a trade out there that makes sense. So,
interesting.
Yeah, blink test is yes.
Interesting. Tatum for Giannis.
No,
No, dude.
Because then you're immediately a title contender again. I'm not saying I would do it. This came to mind because Jaylen for Giannis doesn't make sense. Jaylen for Cooper Flag would be ideal.
That's the trade, baby. Make it
Actually,
happen.
yeah.
Jaylen's
Ripples
punishment
in Dallas
for turning the ball over is going to play with Kyrie again.
He
He has to put up with
now.
him. Yeah, they're big
Yeah,
buddies
they're best
now.
friends.
Contenders
I
would give a
think-
lot for Jarek White, but yeah, I'd rather just keep him.
If you you want to have a productive season, right? And if you're a middling team that's basically, led by Jaylen Brown, you're not going to finish bottom of the ladder and therefore be productive in the potential lottery position you generate for yourself. So to have a more productive season holistically, you probably want to do it with a lesser Jaylen Brown-less roster, plus what you get back from him as well. Like this, I don't feel emotionally equipped to have this conversation yet. Is probably
That's
my
fair,
current
and
answer.
Anything that's happened right now, and we're saying right now, we'll digest and we'll go back, and we can all change our minds. We're allowed to do that in the big year 2025. But hey, man, the Dallas Mavericks just jumped 25 spots. They had a 1.8% chance,
Yeah,
allegedly. The San Antonio Spurs jumped 6 spots. So you can still be in that 5 to 9 range, which I don't think is out of the realm of possibility here. But if you have Jaylen, I just saw your tweet that you sent us.
There's a lot of that.
My teacher said Jaylen Brown. My teacher said she would look me up in the Cobb County in jail in 5 years. Wow. And then someone replied saying, "I see where her head was at." Again, I'm not going to be the one kicking Jaylen Brown on the way out. I respect him and appreciate all of his contributions, but it might just make sense to do this. This is a catastrophic. This is not part of the calculus before.
Yeah.
And I could change my mind too, but just my blink test is you try and get a top 3 pick.
Yeah,
And add that to Derek and Tatum. It's cost
Well, yeah.
control.
Sure.
It's gonna be
And
I'm
you've got
sure
2 years
Jaylen
to
doesn't feel
develop them.
great either.
Yeah, bro. I'm sure Jaylen is going to be as
Sick to his
devastated as
stomach.
anybody. Yeah, man.
And is that the last image we have in our mind as the last connection
Yeah,
between
brutal.
the Jays?
So sad, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm probably Aussie Phil. I think if anyone tunes into late night, I'm probably going to be getting drunk a little bit before some friends come over to celebrate their engagement that happened this week, and I'm going to be cool, congratulations, my life's over, by the way.
It's the worst day of my life.
I am praying for you. I had a similar thing Saturday that I had game on the line, and I had an engagement party to go to after, and I was so scared that I was going to go over there and just be a black hole.
Oh my God.
Al Horford post-game interview, quote, "The loss is the loss. More importantly, it's Jayson Tatum I'm worried about." We feel you out.
Oh my God. Late night will be after the Timberwolves Golden State game if I can get Greeny on the show.
You're gonna have to fly to Phoenix or Vegas or wherever he's at and pull him out of the grave.
Yeah, give him CPR.
We might need to have the cops do a wellness check.
I
know his address.
That applies to several of us.
Yeah.
So, instant reactions is typically a shorter show. We can sit here with our heads in our hands all night. I don't know what else we can add to the situation right now. Any closing thoughts before we wrap up?
Fuck the Knicks.
Fuck the Knicks.
I think
Really sad that more selfishly sad that, and you guys can understand this too, obviously. The content is not going to be as fun now. Not playoff games to react to probably after Wednesday, and then what? Twiddle our thumbs for 5 months.
Yeah, no,
I'm swap season. I'm love
serious.
it, baby.
We're gonna the content wise, we'll probably get a lot more engaged, click wise, off season than
People
we would
love
have if we had won the title. Even honestly, but between now and the end of the season, that's definitely true because there's no more playoff games. But we'll still be here. I'm still be live streaming the playoff games. Celtics in 7, says Howard.
Game 5, baby. Let's go.
Man,
Jaylen
I made
going for 50.
bro. I made so much money on the Celtics though, losing this series.
Oh, I made money tonight. I forgot about that. My whole $50.
Oh, I'm so happy for you guys.
No,
Makes me
it
feel
doesn't
so
help
much
at all. I think I've made close to $1,000 on the Celtics losing this series, and I couldn't help less.
Invested in therapy, please, for all of us. That would go a long way.
Oh my God.
At least there's something good to come out of this. All right. I think we can leave it there. Obviously, we'll be back every day until the end of time as alive Celtics fans. Sam LaFrance, How About Them Celtics? Go subscribe to the How About Them Celtics YouTube channel, audio podcast, etc. Right, I can't talk. Apologies. I'm devastated. We're going to leave it there. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.